Welcome and hello. I'm your host, Bob Bernigan, reporting for the Garden Sun. You've enjoyed a story time in our last episode, and we have part 2 for you here. If you want extra parts, you let us know in our comment sections on our socials. It's been a pleasure answering any questions you guys have to bring. Now, I'll read a little bit of where we left off last time. If you are not familiar with The Lies We Tell Part 1, go and listen to that one before you listen to this one. Trust me, you'll need it. Anyways, let's get right into the story. Two masked men, gloves and face masks. I guess we will be stopping soon, because one of these gross kidnappers came to get me from my shackles. Ah, well. Whatever may happen to me, I'm sure it's fine. After all, this kidnapper had a little bump in his gloves, right where Father wears his ring. How could I be in any danger when what he's taking belongs to him? A voice calls out, finally. I was gonna curse at my kidnappers, but the driver needed a talking to. I mean, who drives so recklessly with a kid in the back with no car seat? Yes, now that I hear myself say it out loud, maybe I haven't grown out of a car seat. Dad was right. He's always right. With me, with Mom, with all our little problems. I guess also kidnapping me? A voice spoke from the darkness. The voice seemed so familiar, yet, of course, now I know what that terrible, horrible, bone-rotting voice was. What's the plan here, Aaron? Selling your son for some... Before he could finish, the van took a sharp right turn. Damn driver. But if I was a kidnapper, I too would drive crazy after hearing sirens hot on my tail. Oh man, are they gonna get caught? I thought to myself. I didn't hear the end of why my dad was doing this, and maybe I wanted to hear some more drama as well. I mean, hey, being a hostage doesn't mean I don't like to spill some tea. And with this appalling driver, much tea will be spilled. As we cut the corner, sirens blaring and all, the two men hold the sides of the van, my father still carrying me. They make chase with more sirens following, a full-blown cop chase. And what for? Little old me or for speeding? Was it odd that I wanted it to be for me? All this ruckus. I felt so special. Regardless, my knights in shining blue armor were catching us. Surprisingly as well, like a cold in spring. Only this time, the changing seasons were not changing lanes. And there it was, the only possible way I'd be getting ice cream today, gone. The cars stopped to a screeching halt. The cops had us surrounded. Two cars, the one that was following us and the one that wanted to run us over, now parked in front of us. Shots began firing, tensions rising. It felt like a war. But wait. These must have been some troopers from somewhere far, far away, because none of the bullets were hitting us. In fact, it was like being in the eye of a hurricane, a witness to a raging storm around us. I've been told not to lie growing up, and I didn't think I was, but I must have been mistaken. There was only one cop car after us. This other one was shooting at the real cops. It was a setup. Under the cover of a fury of bullets, they took me out and put me in the fake cop car. The man with the voice left me. And my father here, alone. Why did that make me feel better? Now, I'm only 7, but why put me in the fake cop car? I guess I was being arrested, because now the van that took me was peeling off with the real police behind them. Something about all of this just wasn't adding up to me. Why did the police go after the van when there was a police car here with fake police? Why did they need to switch me here to this one? And when did it get so late? The darkness of night seemed to make all of this real. I mean, Give me a break. I'm only 7. The darkness is scary. I guess I'll sleep it off for tonight. The cop car is padded quite well. Maybe that says something about the system. You can kill someone and be cuffed, but the ride to your new painful life is pretty comfy. More likely, it's so you can't kill yourself before living a long suicide at prison. Wait, getting life in prison is kind of like setting yourself up to die, right? But wait, we all die at some point. But wait, we don't choose to die, so I guess it isn't suicide. But wait, does that mean those people who are enlightened and have made peace with the fact that they're going to die are suicidal? Is death really something to fear? We all have to go anyways, right? So why not be at peace? Oh, but things, the people we meet, the memories we'll take with us, the little shared moments of love, all of it in one lifetime. How could we ever make peace with leaving all of that behind? Whoa, I did that talking in my head thing again. I could feel myself being inclined. So were we headed up somewhere? I guess we didn't get in any trouble. The police left with the van and we were up a mountain, headlights off, and only me and my father. Why wouldn't he just turn around and show me his face? Did he think I couldn't see him? Daddy, I said to him, more timid than I thought it would be. Maybe I was scared. Maybe I was scared I guessed wrong and this was all more real than even now. The man didn't turn around. I think I began to project a fatherly presence on this man. Hell, if it wasn't my father, I was going to pretend it was. The car rumbling, clouds painted against the starry night. The moon was smiling, an eerie smile. Howling winds and crowded trees, making it difficult to see far or feel sane. I must say, Daddy, kind of cliche, no? Taking me to a forest to kill me? Please, I wanted to have some ice cream today. I'll even try some mango sherbet. Please? I begged him. Why did I beg him? My tone was nervous and doubtful. What was I even pleading to? Was he my father? Did he even care? Was mango sherbet even his favorite flavor? Why am I asking all these questions again? Why am I speaking to myself again? Why do I even care? My son. His calm voice broke my inner thoughts. A rich, deep timbre in his words, and a comfort flooding over me. I have not been honest with you. What's going on with all this inner dialogue? I didn't even notice that we entered a small shack at the top of the mountain. I really need to be more aware of my surroundings. I took a look around. The walls were plastered with symbols. Candles lit around the small room. There was a kitchen and a bed right behind me. This place could only house one person, if that. The seals reminded me of my dad's ring. Was that what was written here? The same language on the ring? Was that blood on them? I knew I recognized them. It was like something out of a movie. We were in the living room, my dad sitting in front of us, both of us sitting on our knees. He took my hands and held them. I looked at him, crying to him, asking him what's going on. He spoke thus. This world is not what it seems to be. You know it. And though you are only a child, my boy, you do not think like one, do you? I shivered and let him continue. I did not either. My whole life I felt aware of it all, talking to myself, feeling distant as if life was in third person. And this curse, my curse, is in you now. My expression was shocked and my eyes sank. He knew me, Even as I'm talking in my mind to myself about it right now, he does that too? He knew me. I thought it was all some elaborate prank, but it wasn't. A safe world crumbling before me. Our curse is that of inner thoughts, in advanced intellect, and something else, something darker, but my son, to get to that darker place. To get to that next level. We cannot be how we are. My father did not get me to that other place. He didn't do the ritual. All I needed was to witness a horrific evil, a traumatic evil, evil that is unlike anything else. He was too scared to give me power, to unlock my curse. I will not do the same with you. I will not hesitate. You will bear this curse to its complete potential, he said, beginning to tear up. What are you talking about? I replied, my mind spinning. Or maybe it was just the room. For 7 years, he was just a man who was my father. He never shared anything about himself. Never one to talk up a storm. He was stoic. But he did do one thing. He never spared any expense ever. He was there for me when I was scared. He made Mother feel loved and safe. He was our island. But the man before me must have been the reflection of all the late nights, all the stress, all the weight on his shoulders, crumbling. A temple with foundations as strong as its worst day. What do you mean, Daddy? Why do you have to do this? I've been good, haven't I? I don't need this. All I need is you and Mom, and I'll be happy. I'll be better, Dad, I swear. My last plea to my father. The clouds outside started to gather, and thunder cracked the night open. No rain at all, just the monstrous roar of lightning, and my dad muttering words that weren't human. Words that weren't from this world. Words of power that made the seals painted in this room begin to burn. The smell was putrid, and my dad's eyes rolled back into his head. He lied to me. He told me he'd always be here for me, that he'd keep me safe, but now he wanted to finish what his father couldn't. Showing me an evil that would change me, and it was working. The world was big for a 7-year-old. Now the world was even bigger. The room got hotter. Seals burnt off and ashes filled the air. My father was frozen, like a statue or possessed. A knife in his hands pointed at his heart. I couldn't take my eyes off of him. And something inside me began to swell. My heart was beating like drums being shot. I was skipping breaths and running out of them. Dad, no, please don't, I said with nothing but the last of my words. The candles went out, and darkness consumed us. Dad? Daddy? Are you there? I said as more thunder crashed above me. After just a moment in darkness, the night became still. No sounds, nothing. There was no difference if my eyes were closed or open. It was that dark. I reached out in front of me, in the bleeding silence, in hopes to feel my father still there. My poor dad. He was crying. I could feel his tears on his chest as I moved my fingers around in the dark. His tears were warm and kind of thicker than I'd expect. My tears always run like water. I guess it's different for everyone. I used my hands to wipe the tears that were falling from his chest. Poor father. I guess he was just upset with how the day went. As my hands were trying to comfort him, see if he was still there, there was a bump in his pocket, on his chest. A lighter that he always carried with him. I pulled it out. I needed the light. It was also drenched with his tears. Goodness, I've never seen him cry this much. I opened the lighter and tried to start a little flame, but it must have been too drenched in tears. I tried again, not even a spark. It's hard to see exactly what was wrong with it, seeing as I couldn't see. I shook it, trying to get some of the tears off, and when I tried it again, some sparks came. Hey, that was a good sign. Give me a sec, Dad. I'll get this working in no time. I said to him, trying not to shake, trying not to cry. I got it, Dad. I'll bring us some light to see. Everything will be okay, all right? Every spark giving off just a little light every time. I'm sorry you aren't feeling okay anymore, Daddy. I'll be a great son. I'll make you proud. I'll get this lighter to work. I held my breath, hoping it would stop me from crying. But I couldn't stop. Every time I flicked the lighter, I saw my hands. My hands made me cry. This little lighter must be broken, Daddy, I said, and with those words, the lighter caught flame. Small, warm light began to fill the room. Not enough to see its entirety, just enough to see why I was crying. I wasn't wiping tears from his chest. My hands weren't covered in them. And I was speaking to no one but a corpse. His blood still warm on my hands. His knife buried in his heart. See, Daddy, I made the lighter work. I did it. I flicked the lighter shut, taking out the light. And then I clutched the lighter in both my hands, as if I was begging or I was praying. I just didn't want to see him like that anymore. I just wanted to close my eyes and pretend this was a nightmare. Daddy, please. Everything will be okay, right? Won't it? And the darkness spoke back to me in harrowing silence. Please, I whispered. Please come back. I sat there crying, hoping sleep would take me. I was laying with my head resting on his legs, my words fading into the twilight, eyes getting heavy, tired from crying. And all at once, I was asleep. Everything will be all right. Thank you for listening to the part 2 of The Lies We Tell. If you want more parts, make sure you let us know underneath the post on our socials. The next interview we're going to be doing will be with October Sickleton. Very exciting stuff. I hope you guys are ready. We have a bunch of new interviews planned with some great people, multiple people. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys on the next broadcast. Take care.